Ladies and gentlemen, Saif Haddad here, and today's video we're gonna talk about the I need to think about it objection, learn how to handle the I need to think about it like a pro and close more sales. This works great for anyone who wants to be a badass sales closer. I'm super excited for you, this training. It took me a lot of high ticket coaching programs, a lot of time and a lot of practice in order to figure this out, and I'm giving you all of this in this training, so I hope you appreciate it. Let's get started. So why this matters, why overcoming the I need to think about it is crucial. One, because this objection is part of the sales process, so expect it and prepare for it. 2, you turn hesitation into decisions. 3, the faster you preempt this, the better. 4, move clients from thinking to buying. And 5, master this and you'll confidently close deals without hesitation. And 6, last but not least, which is the most important thing for me, is to have the confidence in yourself that you can get clients on demand. Once you acquire the skill, you know exactly how to use it to get more clients. So in this training, you'll learn 1, how to handle the I need to think about it or I need time like a pro using the ABCD method and the AI-TCC system. 2, to figure out if it's just a smoke screens or real objection. 3, we're gonna talk about the silent lead, what I call the silent lead, super amazing strategy or tactic. 4 is the decidere plus the 3 questions, I'll explain that in a minute. 5 is the baby bottle. 6 is the deposit, and 7, how to practice so you get better at this so you can master sales. So again, what's the ABCD system? Basically, we have 4 tactics: tactic A, tactic B, tactic C, tactic D. And for each tactic, we use the AI-TCC system. 1 is agree, 2 is isolate, 3 is the tactical question, 4 is convince, and 5 is close. So let's get started. Tactic A is the silent lead, and this is one of my favorite strategies, what I call lead with silence. I call this the silent lead, and it's a powerful tool to uncover the real objection and close the deal. So here's how it works. Why this works so well? Because 1, it maintains control of the conversation by showing you're confident and composed. 2, it makes the client feel awkward enough to reveal their true objection, because sometimes they just have smoke screens, they're afraid, they don't tell you what they're thinking about, but when you do this, they're gonna reveal the real objection. And 3, makes the client feel awkward enough to reveal their true objection. So again, tactic A, the silent lead, lead with silence. So here's an example. The client say, you give them the price, and then they say, yeah, I mean, at this time, I don't think we're ready to move forward. I need to think about it. Okay? So what an untrained rep would say, oh, wow, you seemed so interested earlier. What happened? What changed? This weakens your position, this weakens your frame, and gives away control to them. So here's what you should do instead. 1, we follow again the system, the AI-TCC system. So first we agree, we will always agree with the prospect, so respond with silence. Here we're gonna agree by maintaining eye contact if it's in person or if it's a Google Hangout or a Zoom call, or just keep yourself calm, composed demeanor if you are on the phone, okay? Step 2 is isolation. Here the client will start to feel isolated and awkward and justify their decision. So for example, let's start over. So for you say the price, the client say, yeah, I mean, at this time, I don't think we're ready to move forward. I need to think about it. Then you respond with silence, and then eye contact, and you nod. And then the client will say, well, the biggest reason is price. We're already working with someone cheaper who's doing the same thing. So now they reveal the real objection. The smoke screen is gone. Now you know the real objection, which is price, which is their investment, and you can handle it effectively. Just go ahead and watch the handling the price objection, and you will learn everything you need to know to handle the price objection. Why this works? Whoever speaks first loses. By staying silent, you're signaling confidence and control. It forces the client to think deeper and verbalize their hesitation, giving you valuable insights. Here's a final tip. Don't rush to fill the silence, okay? Use the awkwardness as leverage to dig deeper into the objection and guide the client towards a solution. So next time you hear a no, or next time they tell you I need to think about it, or this is not for us, or whatever, use the silent lead and cover the real objection and close the deal. So this is the first tactic, tactic A. Try it and tell me about your results. Tactic B is decidere plus the 3 questions. So what's decidere, right? So do you know what decidere means in Latin? That's the question you're gonna ask. I'm gonna explain this in a minute. So here's how it works. The client says, I need time to think about it. The first step, again, is what you do is you agree. Okay, you always agree with the prospect. So you agree with the prospect, you say, totally get it, John, I would do the same. And then what you do, step 2, is isolate. So quick question, John, is there anything else besides thinking about it that would stop you from moving forward today? Client said, no, that's it. Or sometimes they tell you, yeah, the price, and then you handle the price, okay? The goal here is to understand if thinking about it is the only barrier, okay? Cool, and then you move to step number 3, which is the tactical question. So you say, got it, quick question, John. Do you know what decidere means in Latin? And let me show you this. So decidere means, this is in Italian, okay? It means to cut off, okay? And that's how you pronounce it in case you don't know.
Decidere.
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 Decidere, there we go. Cool. So, jokes aside, so you say, got it, quick question, John, do you know what decidere means in Latin? They say no. And then you move to step number 4, which is to convince. You say, John, the meaning of the word decide comes from the Latin word decidere, which is a combination of 2 words, de, which is off, and cidere, which is cut. To decide literally means to cut off everything except the things that matter most to you. So John, you want to cut off the future of your dreams? Or you want to cut off the past inaction that led you to this point of being stuck? Because indecision is still a decision, John. So I have 3 questions for you that make it easy to decide. Can I share them with you? Say yes. Okay. 1, the first question is about us and the company. So, John, do you believe that we're going to deliver what we promised you? I probably say yes. The second question, John, is about how much you trust our program. John, do you think you're more or less likely to hit your goal if you join the program and work with us? More likely. Okay, thank you. And the third question, John, is about your investment. So John, do you have access to funds or know someone who does to join the program? Yes, I do. So these are the 3 questions. So you move on and you close them. The last step is to close. If they say yes to all 3, you just say, okay, John, so you actually have all the information you need to make a decision to move forward today. So let's make the decision that's best for you, your business, your family, and your future. Sounds fair enough? Say yes, and then you take the payment. Or you can try this. You can say, John, those are all the 3 only things you need to know, and you answer them all with a yes. So I encourage you to go ahead and move forward today since you said yes to all of those answers. Does that sound fair enough? Say yes, and you close. So this is the second tactic, tactic B, decidere plus 3 questions. Now let's move to tactic C, what I call the baby bottle. And this is a beautiful metaphor because you're gonna give them what they want temporarily, like a baby. And once they calm down, you guide them to do what you need them to do. I'm not saying my clients are babies. I'm just giving this as an example, as a metaphor. So basically you guys can understand it better. Okay, so here's how it works. The client says, I need to think about it, Saif, thank you so much, but I need to think about it. Or they can say, can you follow up with me later? First, again, you agree. You always agree with the prospect and you give them what they want. You respond positively. So here's how you do it. Say, sure, no problem, John. How long do you need? A week? Actually, you know what? Let's give you 2 weeks so you have plenty of time. How does that sound? Now their guard is down. They feel, wow, thank you. Absolutely, thank you so much. Safe. Yeah, because they're not used to this. So you do the pattern interrupt, okay? Because all sales closers try to push them and they try to close them like aggressively. So we're gonna do, no, we're gonna pull back and we say, cool, no problem. How long do you need? A week? You know what? Take two, John. So you have plenty of time. How does that sound? Now, step 2 is you isolate their guard. So now their guard is down, they feel comfortable and they trust you. They say, yeah, thank you. You can say, sure, no problem, take your time. John says, thank you, Saif. The goal here is to make them feel comfortable and you are in the same team. So you and the prospect against the world. You're not fighting against the prospect, you are together, okay? This makes them, 1, feel like you are being generous and lowers their guard. 2, by offering them more than they ask for, you tell them take 2 weeks. The client feels like you've done them a favor and their guard goes down and they feel they are more likely to work with you. 3, they now feel comfortable with the follow-up and they aren't under pressure to make a decision yet. Don't put pressure on them. Basically, you're cool, you're being cool with them. And this buys you time to continue moving forward without them feeling rushed. So again, the client says, I need time to think about it. Thank you. Can you follow up later? You say, no problem. How long do you need? A week? Actually, let's make it 2 weeks so you have plenty of time. How does that sound? They say, absolutely. Thank you so much. Sure, no problem. Take your time. Now you ask them a quick question because we want to make sure, again, to isolate. So first you isolate the guard and second you isolate the objection. Absolutely, John. Quick question. Is there anything else besides thinking about it that would stop you from moving forward today? and they will tell you, no, that's it, or they tell you the price, and then you can handle the price or any other objection, okay? If they tell you, no, that's it, here the goal, again, is to understand if thinking about it is the only barrier, the only objection. Now we move to step number 3, which is the tactical question. If you know the pattern, now you understand the pattern. You see, first you agree, second you isolate, 3 tactical question, 4 is you convince, and 5 is you close. So in tactical question here, you say, cool, I'll be sending you over some info. That way, as you think about it, you will have all the materials you need to make a decision. So John, what are the 2 things you'd like me to send over? Maybe some testimonials or pricing? And then this position you as helpful, and they think they are getting what they need. Okay, the client say, yeah, testimonial, please, that would be great. So that's the tactical question. Now, here's the trick. 4 is to convince. Step number 4 is to convince. Now that you've given them what they need, the baby bottle, okay, and brought them back into the sales conversation, you can reclose the deal at the same hour, at the same time, okay? So you don't have to wait 2 weeks. Okay, sometimes you do, but you don't have to wait 2 weeks. For example, if they say testimonials, you respond with, well, John, we have 5 minutes left. Can I just show you some testimonials of clients that worked with us that they had great results? Say, absolutely. What you do, you quickly transition back to your sales pitch, you screen share some testimonials, and you build more value, and you close them at the same time, okay, at the same moment, okay? You can tell them, hey, we can get started right now if you want, because now they feel confident, okay? If they say price, you respond with, well, we have about 5 minutes left, John. Can I show you? Let me just show you our fast action takers offer. They say, yeah, absolutely, cool. If they say price, you respond with, well, we have about 5 minutes left, John. Let me just show you our fast action takers offer. And you show them the new pricing offer for the fast action takers, okay? Now you know the real objection, which is the price, and you can handle it effectively, okay? So basically you give them 2 options. So again, if I lost you here, the tactical question is cool. I'll be sending you over some info. That way you think about it. You have all the materials you need. What are the 2 things you'd like me to send over? Maybe some testimonials or pricing. They tell you either testimonial or pricing, and you go ahead, you know what, we still have 5 minutes left. Let me just show you some testimonials now. You show them testimonials, then you basically you transition back to the sales pitch and you close them, okay? If they say price, now you can handle the price. So why this works so well? Because 1, you've built value through the testimonials and the pressure is off, their guard is off, okay? And they've gotten what they wanted, which is the time to think about it. This is the baby bottle, time to think about it. 2, this tactic lets you close the deal without needing to follow up later. 3, by giving them what they want, more time or follow-ups, and then transitioning back into the sales pitch, you can reclose the deal without feeling pushy. And 4, this method works because you remove the pressure and their guard while building trust and value, which ultimately leads to a successful close. After you do this, you move to the close, you say, great. So now do you feel more confident moving forward today? Okay, we can get started right now if you want. Okay, so let's make the decision that's best for you, your business, your family, and your future. Sounds fair enough? Or you can just say, so John, where do you think we should go from here? And let them close themselves. They tell you, oh, okay, let's get started now. Okay, that's tactic C, guys. Try it. It's awesome. It works. Now, last but not least is tactic D, the deposit. This is, again, the last resource. Okay, this is for all the objections. All with the last resource is take a deposit. So let's do this. I'm going to ask you to go ahead and put down a deposit. So the client says, sorry, I still need to think about it. In this case, again, you agree with the prospect. You say, totally get it, John. No problem whatsoever. And then you get the deposit playful tone. You can say, so let's do this, John. I'm going to ask you to go ahead and put down a deposit. Think about it, sleep on it. And for some reason, you think this will not make you wealthier. This will make you richer. This will not make you happier with a lot of cars and mansions and bling bling diamond necklaces. Then we rip up the agreement and give you a refund. Worst case scenario, even if I was a scammer, John, you can charge it back and you will win, right? So you have nothing to lose. Fair enough. That's the first way. Or you can use this, the 51% and playful. You can just tell them, let me ask you this, John, are you 51% yes or 51% no that you're going to sign up? If you had to decide right now, John, what would you pick? Okay, them, oh, 51% yes. You say, great, let's do this if you're 51% yes. What I want you to do in this scenario is get a refundable deposit down, and then if you go home and think about it, sleep on it, and for some reason you think this will not make you wealthier, this will not make you happier, this will not make you richer with a lot of cars and homes and bling bling, diamond necklaces, then we'll rip up the agreement and send you a refund. Sounds fair enough, John? And then they give you the deposit. If they still say no, okay, if they still say no, you can use the you have nothing to lose. John, you can do whatever you want, but I guess I'm a little bit confused because you say you're over 51% to do this. but you're not willing to put down irrefundable deposits. That's risk-free. That shows us that you're serious about this, because even if I was a scammer, if you just charge back, you will win, right? So you have nothing to lose. If they tell you, I will let you know, you can say, okay, when will you know? By tomorrow? What time? Get a tangible date and time. Okay, cool. If I don't hear back by tomorrow, I'll just move on, John. That's it. So you played the game right. You did everything you can. You did everything you could to get a close. But if it doesn't work out, no problem. If there is one of you, many of them, and you live another day to close more clients, okay? That's it, guys. You put it on the field. You did whatever it takes to get the result, to get to close them. If they don't see it, then no problem. You can work with more people. Okay, there's one of you, more of them, and you can always get different client. Okay. I want you to embrace the savage mindset, because one of the pillars of the savage mindset is the letter A, which is basically accept whatever outcome you get. So be okay with whatever outcome you get, and then you'll get better at this. You'll improve your skills, and you'll close more clients. I promise you. So here's how you close the deal, how you take the payment. Cool, we can get started right now if you want. We can use a credit card over the phone if you want. What's your card number? What's the CC? What's the expiration date? Okay. Or you can send them an invoice. You can say, cool, give me a minute. I'll create the invoice and send it to you. And go ahead and take care of it so I can start onboarding you and working on getting you awesome results. Great. If they're still hesitant, okay, you ask them, does that work for you? If they still, well, that still doesn't work, you can tell them, how can we make this fair for everyone and make this happen for you, John? They still say, I don't know. You can say, I hear you. Is there any way we can figure this out? They say, no. Okay, so what do you suggest? What do you want to do? They say, I'll let you know. Then that's it, okay? You ask them 4 questions and then you move on. Get creative, but don't compromise. If no deal, wrap up the call. Okay. You can just say, do you need anything else? They say no. You say, thank you. I hope you enjoyed this call as much as I enjoyed it. And at least you got some clarity on what needs to be done to get your goals. Have a good day. Goodbye. That's it. Like, there is nothing else to do. Follow this for a T. Okay? If they still won't do it, it's a belief issue, and you need to go back to the questions and answers they give you in the diagnosis section. For the love of God, follow this for a T. That's the best way to beat I need to think about it objection. I tried this with different strategies. These are the best 4 strategies: A, B, C, D, the 4 tactics, and the AITCC: agree, isolate, tactical question, convince, and close. Step number 1 is to agree. Step number 2 is to isolate them by being silent. The silent leads the tactic, or you isolate their guard, or you isolate their objection. Step number 3 is you ask tactical questions. Step number 4 is you convince them, and step number 5 is you close the deal. If you follow this for a T, guys, you're going to close a lot of sales, I promise you. Okay, just take action and implement this. All right, so let's talk about the leave it all on the field philosophy. I used to be a professional football player, and our coach always tell us, as long as you put everything on the field, leave it all on the field, then you have nothing to be ashamed of. You gotta be proud of yourself, and that's the philosophy of football in general. You call it in the US soccer, but we call it football. Basically, even if you do your best and you still lose, the fans will clap for you. So always leave it on the field. At this point, if they're not willing to do it, the chance they come back is low, but you did everything you could do. That's all you want in a sales call. You do everything you can do so you can walk away and not feel bad if you didn't close the deal. Okay? If you leave it all on the field and give it everything you have, I want you to be proud of yourself. I'm proud of you. Now let's talk about the preemption plan, which is basically anticipating objection before, during the call. Be proactive, not reactive. Preemption just means basically putting a stop to risk before it even happens, and that way you get less objections and more yeses and more closes. So the goal is to address potential objections early in the conversation, so it feels unnatural for the client to bring them up later. So for example, in the application form, you can tell them, you can ask a question, you can say, why now is important for you to fix this? So later, okay, when they answer the question and you go through the call, and at the end they tell you, do you need to think about it? You say, I gotta be honest with you, I'm confused because you said in the application form that you need to fix this now because it's a big problem for you. So why do you need to think more about this? Okay, because this will not solve your problem. So that's how you do it, either on the application form or during the start of the call. So the goal here, again, is to address potential objections early in the conversation so it feels unnatural for the client to bring them later. Okay, to bring them up later. So 2, you preempt objections by asking specific questions that make clients reflect on their current situation and the urgency to act now. Here's an example, handling the I need to think about it objection. So you ask this question early in the call. You say, John, this problem started 2 years ago. Why did you want to hop on a call now to solve it? It's like, why not 2 years back? Why not 2 years more? When you do the diagnosis in the IDOC sales system, which is intro, diagnosis, then offer, then close, in the diagnosis, we're going to ask them questions to reveal their pain and to know where they are and where they want to be and their roadblocks and their responsibility. And one of the questions you can ask them, how long you've been stuck? They tell you, for example, I've been stuck with this for 2 years. Then you can ask this problem started 2 years ago, John. Why did you want to hop on a call now to solve it? Why not 2 years back? And why not 2 more years, 2 years in the future? Okay, why now? They'll likely respond, say if it just gotten to a point where it's unbearable and I need to fix it now. So now they say this at the start of the call. The key lesson here is to anticipate objection early, which builds trust and avoids surprises later in the call. So if they say this earlier in the call, they cannot later at the end of the call, they tell you I need to think about it. They just told you that it's unbearable and they need to fix it. Okay? So you move and you use their own words as weapon to overcome objections later. If they say, I need to think about it, you can reply, I'm just gonna be honest with you, John. Earlier we said this problem is unbearable and started 2 years ago. And if you go home and think about it, it will just be another 2 years and the same cycle continue, still being stuck. Okay? You need to fix this problem once and for all, because the problem will only get worse. If you want to solve it, you need to make a decision today to fix it once and for all. And that's why we are here on this call in the first place. You see what I'm saying, John? I tell you, yeah, you're right. So you remind them of the urgency and the solution you're providing, transition smoothly into the close, okay? And then you move to the close. You can say, great. So now that you feel more confident, are you comfortable moving forward today? I tell you, yes, you close them. Or you can say, we can get started right now if you want, John, because I'm confident that I can help you reach your goals. Or you can say, so let's make the decision, John, that's best for you, your business, your family, and your future. No more putting things off. Sounds fair enough? Cool, and you close them. Or you can just say, you can relax, you can say, so John, where do you think we should go from here? And then they'll tell you, yeah, you're right, let's get started right now. Now you've effectively preempted objections and set yourself up for a smooth close. Guys, I give you the silent lead tactic. I give you the baby tactic. I give you the decidere, learn how to pronounce it in Italian, tactic, and the deposit tactic, and now the preemption, if I can speak, preemption tactic. Now I want you to practice. How to practice so you get better at this. Practice makes perfect. Football players, athletes, the best sets close, they always practice and vision. Okay, they envision themselves doing the sales call or the football match or the basketball match or whatever. First, you get a buddy you practice with. Do some role playing. Go to Facebook groups or school, community or wherever. Find someone to practice with. 2, record your sales calls. Listen to them before you sleep. 3, listen to sleep. 3, listen to other successful salesmen. And 4, get committed to this, because once you make the commitment to get better, which is one of the pillars of the savage mindset, always improve yourself. If you improve and master this skill, you will never have to worry about money ever again. Okay, expect the objection. They will always tell you it's not going to be easy. Everyone is going to tell you I need to think about it, or it's price or the spouse, or they don't believe you. So it's your responsibility to make them believe in you, because you're going to help them and you're going to help them get results. Later, they will thank you for it. Okay, I have a lot of clients, they thank me for overcoming the objection, because you're gonna improve their lives. And that's the confidence that gets transferred to them, and then they work with you. So, practical RPA plan, result producing activity plan. First, focus on mastering the ABCD tactics and the AI TCC system. 2, memorize few lines. Not to think about what to say in the call, basically focus on your tonality. Now I'm speaking fast, but when you are in the call, speak slowly. Listen, show them that you care about them, show them, understand their pain, and make them feel understood. So, understand their pain and make them feel understood, which leads us to step 3. And 4, practice makes perfect. Here are some key lessons. Again, indecision is still a decision. So help clients understand this and move past hesitation. Coach them through that with the 3 questions, with the decidere and the 3 questions. Use silence to uncover real objection with the silent lead strategy. Preempt objection by addressing concerns early in the conversation, and handling objections like calming a child. Give them the baby bottle, listen, give them, and then redirect. And then lastly, close confidently by setting expectations and building urgency. More lessons, because I'm cool like that. I want to provide a lot of value. First, you and them against the world. Guys, it's always you and them against the world. You agree with them, okay? You are together, you're not against them. 2, pattern interrupt, be unique, have something different, a bracelet, drink coffee, be different than other salesmen. Make them feel like they are your friend. which leads us to lesson number 3. Talk like you're talking to your best friend. Say and dude or my girl or whatever. Okay, be informal unless your target audience are CEOs and they appreciate more professionalism from you. Then be professional. 4. Understand their pain and make them feel understood. Again, we are all lonely. We are all lonely in this world, and we want to feel understood. If you are the person that make them feel understood, they will love you and they will create emotional connection. It works with me because I'm a human. Everyone works with, guys. Even the best sales closers in the world, okay, they know all the tactics. If you show them that you genuinely understand them, you make them feel understood, you can still close them, even if they know the tactic, because we're humans, okay? It's about psychology. 5, help them come up with solutions to their smoke screens, okay? By being silent, I will give you the real objection and excuses. And you start leading and coaching the moment they say no. So it's your responsibility to coach them, okay? Even if they say no. One of their obstacles is to believe in you, and one of the obstacles is to pay you. So you need to coach them to handle that objection. Imagine they are here, they want to go there, and the first objection is not to work with you. So you need to handle that objection in order to get to their results, because you're gonna do whatever it takes to help them get results, and that's the first objection in their journey. So we need to coach them to move past it, to move past the fear of paying a high ticket investment, so they can go to the next step, and then the next step, enter the initial goal. Later they thank you and give you a testimonial, and that's how it works. Guys, thank you so much for watching. This is Saif signing out. I hope you have a beautiful day. Today is Saturday, and I wanted to create this video for you because I love you guys, and I want you to succeed, and I want you to win. This is Saif signing out. Merci, I'll talk to you soon. Implement this, and you'll get results, believe me. Make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and share it to your friends who need this, because I want to grow my channel, and I hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed creating it for you. If you need more personal help, you know how to contact me. Either click on the link in the description or just DM me something on Instagram, and then we can start a conversation, and I'll help you get more results. I promise you. I'll talk to you soon. Saif signing out. Merci.